There are moments in life that no one fully prepares you for. Moments where you find yourself standing at the edge of something that was deeply precious to you, and you know, in the quiet ache of your heart, that it is ending. Maybe it is a relationship you gave everything to. Maybe it is a season of life that carried so much meaning, a home, a chapter, a person who will no longer be beside you the way they once were. Maybe you are facing the goodbye that grief brings, the kind that comes after loss, when someone you love is simply no longer here. Whatever your goodbye looks like today, I want you to know something before we go any further. Your pain is real. The weight you are carrying is real. You do not have to minimize it, and you do not have to rush through it. Goodbyes hurt because love is real, and that matters. But there is something else that is also real, something that has held people in their most broken moments for thousands of years. Words spoken over suffering long before you arrived at yours. And today, I want to offer them to you gently, the way you might offer a warm drink to someone sitting in the cold. Listen to these words from the book of Psalms, chapter 34. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Let that settle for just a moment. The Lord is nigh, near, close, present unto them that are of a broken heart, not the strong, not the ones who have it figured out, not the ones who have already healed and moved on, but those with a broken heart. Right now, in the middle of it, that is where this promise lands. I think about what it feels like to face a painful goodbye. How the ordinary things suddenly feel unbearable. A song that used to mean something, an empty chair at the table, a notification that no longer comes, a room that still smells like someone who is gone. There is a particular kind of loneliness in goodbye that is hard to describe to anyone who has not felt it. It is the loneliness of an absence, the quiet that is too quiet. And in those moments, it can feel as though you are very, very far from anything that feels like comfort or peace or light. But this verse, this ancient, tender verse, says something different. It says that the nearness of God is not reserved for the moments when you feel strong or faithful or put together. It is especially close in the moments when your heart is broken. Brokenheartedness is not a barrier to God's presence. According to this promise, it is actually the very place where His nearness is most certain. Think about that. The most shattered version of you, the one sitting with the goodbye, the one who cannot stop replaying the last conversation, the one who does not know how to get through the next week. That version of you is not forgotten or far away from grace. That version of you is the one this promise was written for. And saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. The word contrite carries the image of something that has been crushed, not out of weakness, but out of the kind of honest grief that does not pretend. A spirit that is not performing strength. A heart that is simply, honestly hurting. That is not something to be ashamed of. That is something God draws near to. When you are facing a painful goodbye, you may not feel God's presence. Grief has a way of dulling our senses, of wrapping everything in a kind of fog. But the presence of something does not depend on whether we can feel it in a given moment. The sun does not stop shining simply because clouds have moved across the sky. And this promise does not depend on your feelings in order to be true. You are not alone in this. Whatever this goodbye is costing you, and I know some goodbyes cost everything, you are not walking through it by yourself. There is a nearness that has not abandoned you, even in the silence, even in the fog, even in the long, hollow evenings that feel like they will never end. He is near. He is near to you, right now, exactly as you are. If you are in the middle of a goodbye right now, whether it is fresh or whether you have been carrying it quietly for a long time, I hope these words were a little like water to you today. You are welcome here, just as you are. No requirement to be healed. No expectation to feel better immediately. Just a gentle, open space where Scripture is offered with care. If this brought even a small measure of comfort, I would love for you to subscribe so that these words of peace find you again tomorrow, and the day after that. And if someone comes to mind, someone you know who is facing their own painful goodbye right now, would you consider sharing this with them? Sometimes the kindest thing we can do for someone is simply let them know they are not alone. You are held today. Come back whenever you need to rest here.